Okay, let's get into this. We're diving into a specific stack of sources today, the 54 karmic logic rules. These were written by someone, well, calling themselves the ClownFather.
Right. And
Yeah.
just to set the stage, this isn't your typical, feel-good crystal rubbing kind of material.
Not at all. The source itself says it's more like a blunt heart attack for your ego, or maybe a GPS that yells at you.
Yeah, definitely yells, not gentle nudges. It
Yeah.
seems designed to, well, shake things up, disrupt your usual patterns.
Exactly. Because the philosophy behind it, and this is straight from the text, is truth isn't supposed to feel good, it's supposed to feel real.
Mm-hmm. It's trying to capture that raw, sometimes pretty uncomfortable energy you get from philosophers like, say, Socrates or Nietzsche.
The ones who really didn't shy away from the tough stuff. But this source adds a twist.
With jokes, that's the line, yeah. The idea seems to be if laughter meets logic, your ego gets confused, doesn't know whether to fight back or maybe, just maybe, learn something.
Kind of bypasses the defenses, maybe?
That seems to be the goal. Get to something, deeper.
So for this deep dive, our plan is to pull out some key nuggets. The source calls them clown wisdom. They might be uncomfortable, sure, but the aim is clarity, maybe transformation.
And you can see the appeal, right? That directness. It's really challenging.
Yeah, it pushes back hard against just like passively soaking up ideas. There's a huge theme in these rules about doing.
Oh, absolutely. Not just knowing things or talking a good game. It's all about embodiment, living it.
Totally. Earning your place, earning your voice. Rule 30 really hits this. Didn't help, don't demand.
Right. The commentary on that one is incredibly blunt. Basically, don't show up to the potluck expecting to eat if you didn't bring anything.
Yeah, calls entitlement a spiritual eviction, Chris.
It's fascinating how it connects that to our basic wiring. Like, we're built for give and take, for reciprocity.
So demanding without giving anything back just short circuits things.
Exactly. It triggers social rejection, energetic problems.
Mm.
If you haven't put energy in, you can't really expect to draw energy out.
The analogy used is like skipping the group project but complaining about the grade later.
Perfect. And the clown tip is basically, want to be valuable, help before you're asked, flip the script, create value, don't just demand it.
And that idea, that action is what matters, it comes up again and again. Rule 36 is another big one. Didn't walk it, don't talk it.
Yeah, simple as that. If your actions don't match your words, your beliefs,
Yeah.
well, the source calls it being ego with a mic.
Ouch. Like wearing the superhero costume, but hiding when there's actual trouble.
Right. And the source argues people know instinctively. They trust someone who's actually lived it, who embodies it, way more than someone just, reciting points or doing ego seminars.
So the real credibility comes from actually doing the internal work, sitting with the discomfort.
That's the argument. That lived experience. Performance without practice is just, and I quote, emotional fraud in spiritual lingerie. Pretty vivid.
Wow. Okay. And there's an ultimate law tied to this, too.
Don't speak the truth unless you've been punched by it. It suggests real wisdom isn't something you just pick up. It's earned, often through, well, painful experience.
Which seems to be the running theme here, doesn't it? It's
Yeah.
less about comfort, much more about facing reality, seeing where you're maybe off track.
And then doing something about it, actually acting differently.
So it's not just about collecting these rules in your head. It's about building what the source calls that internal correction muscle.
Exactly. That ability to take the blunt feedback reality gives you and, adjust course.
Because, as it says, if it doesn't sting, it won't stick.
Yeah, the sting is kind of the point. That's where the real learning, the recalibration happens. It forces you to look inside and change your behavior.
Not just change how you talk about things.
Precisely.
So thinking about all this, maybe the question for you, listening, is one posed by the source itself. What truth have you found, maybe one that stung a bit, that you're keeping locked up?
Instead of letting it actually guide how you act. Or maybe, what would it really feel like to earn your wisdom? Scar by scar, instead of just borrowing it.